Hello people, it's been a long time coming, but I'm sort of back. I'm not fully better yet, so if I can make this video in between coughing like a sea lion, I will endeavour to do that. Very happy to be making this video again, and also because there's some very exciting things that are going to be happening in part 33 and 34. Let's have a look at 33. Alright, I basically had to start this video all over again because I can't speak for very long without coughing my guts up. So, this is exciting because we have the cables that are on the side of the foot, or the back of the foot, or the front of the foot. Anyway, the big copper wiring. And also, I believe this is the final part of the head frame on the very bottom, so we'll be finally finishing off this, which I'm very much looking forward to. I found the other two pieces, so finally we'll have the base on the head frame, which I've been looking forward to for a while now. Don't know why they bothered to give us the other two pieces so long ago when we're only just finishing them now. Surely it would have made sense to put them all in the same bag. Let's get started on this episode. Ooh, look at these. They're almost holographic. I like the way they change in the light. They're almost like little miniature versions of the big cables, which, funnily enough, they are. It's like they're smiling. Anyway, we're not using those just yet. First thing we're going to be doing is screwing this plate onto the end of my foot. Not actually my foot, R2D2's foot. So we're going to be whacking that on the end of there. That side? That side. Okay, let's screw this into place. Okay, before I actually do screw it in, I had to show you this. Very interesting instruction here. Secure the foot base with 2.3 times 6mm self-tapping screws. Now, I know I'm still ill. I know I'm not the most amazingly clever person, but what's 2.3 times 6mm screws? Is that 0.3 of a screw? I'm not understanding. Okay, this is filling up your whole screen. I'm very happy with that. All 6 went in very nicely, except this one is a bit weird because I can only tighten it a tiny way and then it stopped. All the others I had to screw much deeper. I don't know why that was, but anyway, that's that piece done. Let's see what else we have to do. Alright, our next bit is quite exciting for me because I've been waiting a long time to do this. We're finally finishing off the base of the head chassis. So the final bit that we got, this part, plus the other two bits which I can see right in front of me right now. And I need to find the brackets to fit those, and I even need to find the right kind of screws to put in there. That's always fun, but let's put this thing together. And yet another anomaly. Look what they've done. You need these brackets, all of these, to fix the last ring together. But they give you 2 in one bag and 1 in another bag. When, not being a top science person, even I can see they would all fit in the one bag. Why not put them in one bag? Tell me that. It's a ring, and I've made it. I'm struggling to get through this video because I can't talk for that long before coughing again. But that's the ring, all nicely put together. Now, there's 2 reasons actually why I don't do all my screwing in on camera. Is because, number 1, I find it very boring and tedious to watch people screwing in all the bits, even when they speed it up. when I'm watching other people build R2D2. And number two, it's really nice to put the camera to one side and just work on it quietly on my own. So that's the other reason, because I'm still enjoying building the model, regardless of whether I document that on video or not. So those are my two reasons. Got to fix this to the bottom of the head, and finally, after all this time, I'll have finished the inside of the head. So let's go and do that now. We have this little triangle that you have to match up to the little triangle on the plastic that you can see right there. So you line them up and it will fit very, very nicely flush into place. With that being said, let me go and screw all of this into place. Finally done. I thought that would be the easiest part to screw in, but out of all this it was one of the hardest. I think the hardest part was when I first started. I didn't know whether I should be pushing down to keep this down or up to keep the screw in or what, but I got there in the end. It's all nicely in there. Finally we're done with the chassis for now. I'm guessing there's going to be loads of wires and stuff fed through for all the lighting, inevitably. So that actually takes us to the end of 33. There's a hell of a lot of screwing. I'm not too unhappy that I won't have to do any of that ever again. So let's go see what's in 34. Alright, in 34, can you tell I'm not quite 100% yet? In 34 we will be, for some reason, testing the motor on this leg with a little battery pack. Not quite sure why I'm doing that, but I guess I'll soon find out. And then after, we'll be fitting the fuel cell. When they say fuel cell, they do of course mean that actual full-size battery that they used to power the original full-size R2D2. Our R2D2 is going to be powered slightly differently than that. So this is just like a dummy cover to make it look like the actual R2D2, of course. So let's go do the first bit. Alright people, we're testing here complicated electronics. After pressing one of the buttons and absolutely nothing happening, I thought, what am I supposed to do now? But it turned out I was pressing the wrong button, so all was well, because this is what happens when you press the button. Are you ready? Prepare yourself, because it's really exciting. Look at that. R2D2 is moving. Well, at least one day he will be. And that is what we are calling a success. So it's on to the next bit. Oh, do you know what? If I had a penny for every time I had to get this damn battery pack out and use it, I think I'd have about 5p by now. Anyway, the next part, we're going to be putting this outer casing for the fuel cell, inverted commas, of the foot, and all sorts of weird and wonderful things that should take us up to the completion of the foot at long last. And we need these coppery cables from the last part to plug those in. So let's see what we need to do. Okay, we're going to be utilizing these wonderful rubbery things to basically, it's for aesthetics. We are plugging these holes so they don't look so unsightly. It's kind of like the ends of your wardrobe when you build that. You've got a nice little bit to disguise all the little holes that you've left by screwing the thing together. They say put the longer plugs into the lower holes, and that one there, which I don't really understand why, because these both look as deep as each other, or the same depth. So why would you need the longer one in there and the shorter one in there? It's another mystery, but we must do what we're told, so let's do that. Well, I've plugged you good and proper. You'd never know, would you, that there were 4 gaping great holes there. It's like completely invisible. No, but still, it looks decent enough. And now we have to also plug these 4. I'm not sure why we're not plugging all those as well. Yeah, who knows. But anyway, all will become clear one day. But for now, let's plug these. I've plugged you good and proper. Oh yeah. I've not plugged you though. Or you, or you, or you, or you, or you, or you, or you. Not quite sure why. Maybe we'll be plugging you at a later date. Guess we'll soon find out. Okay, now we have to take one of these pieces. I'm assuming that they're both exactly the same. They look exactly the same. And you have to put one of these into the side of this bit, which is, as you can see, up that way. And you have to press this firmly, no, not loosely or limply, but firmly into the side there. So let's do that. Ooh, I had to be super firm. It's a bit of a shame they're not metal pieces. That would have been nice. Final little touch there. But plastic works well enough, I guess, for the final little detailing. Although they've got smaller bits that are round about that size, and they're made of metal, so don't understand why they've suddenly gone back to plastic. But anyway, that's that bit done. And let me see what's next. Alright, what's next is, after fiddling about and thinking, how am I going to get this through? This is really stiff. And realising that all you need to do is do that and then it's on. Then you need to align this right down the bottom there. And then screw these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 into place. And that is the inside of the fuel cell, as I'm calling it. And let's go find which screws we are using this hour. Alright, all done. I used the black screws because it usually is the black screws around now. Except when it says the silver screws. When it says the silver screws, you know it's the black screws again. So that bit's done. And then you have to get this bit, the other side, and put this into the side. And you, of course, you have to firmly fit it. Doesn't say firmly this time, but I've never fitted you so firmly as I did tonight. I've never seen you look so white. This is why I can't sing. Look at that. I've done it right there for you. And this, of course, will be going onto here. So I've got to find the screws to fit that into place. It looks really nice. I'm getting less and less convinced this is actually 50% scale. Or 1:2 scale. It looks less than that to me, but it's certainly going to be very big, that's for sure. So let's screw this into place and we'll see where we're at. Alright, that's all on. Nicely screwed in. Now I would say, if anyone out there, even just one person, is following me to get instructions on this, I doubt it, but it could happen. I would say that it's very important that you squeeze this as you're screwing it, because otherwise it doesn't catch and you'll just be screwing and screwing and screwing and nothing will happen, and it will be loose after you've screwed it. So pinch that while you're screwing the screw in, and that will work beautifully. You don't have to with the other 3, but just that corner. And with that, it's on to the next part, which I'm very excited to say is the coppery cables, which are right here. We're going to plug those into there. I'm just going to guess. That doesn't take too much detective work. And I think into those two there. So let's go plug those in. Yeah, I'm just wiring these up now. It says it's a tight push fit, so make sure it goes all the way home. Well, you've not got that much to play with, because you can see where it stops there, so it's not like it's going down and down forever. You have to put the top one first into the inner socket there, and then, logically enough, the bottom one into the outer side, which I'm doing right there for you. Look at that. That looks cool. I wonder what these are made out of. They're quite realistic. I love these. Maybe they're pipe cleaners. No expense spared there, DeAgostini. No, they're not pipe cleaners. They're thicker than that. Oh, look at that. Could this be the final leg? That looks pretty special to me. I can't wait to see this in action. One day we'll be doing this all over again. But at least I'll be very prepared for what's coming. I'm loving how that looks. So, thank you very much if you made it to the end of this video, and thank you for sticking with me. I do appreciate it very much. I've fought my way through these last two parts, so I'll do my next two as quick as I possibly can. I have to be well enough, obviously, because I can't be off work forever. So that being said, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. This is what I've been taking the last few days, as you can see. I'll maybe take another tomorrow. Well, I will take another one tomorrow and the day after. So that's been my week. Hope yours has been better than mine.